Okay guys, I am back and it literally is almost a whole week later. So the video I had where we like finished up this pocket, because I know this one was like in the first video, but then I had a third one where we made the tags that went in here. Yeah, that one. Okay, so a lot's happened this week. Nothing bad, just, so I ordered out a new phone because the other one was getting like really hot. It wasn't keeping battery power, yada, yada, yada. And it was an older iPhone. So, they sent me this thing where you could trade in your old iPhone and you know the story. Anyway, so I did that. And then in the meantime, I had videos recorded on the old phone and oh, I love him, but he wasn't listening. So I was in the middle of transferring it all over to my iPad. And so being efficient as he is, my son just started like, because I had my two phones and the iPad sitting here, and he didn't realize that we were already transferring. And he didn't realize that, sure, you can download stuff off the iCloud, but the longer videos, they don't transfer off the iCloud very well. At least I've never had success with it. And I don't know if that's like our internet or what, but so anyways, I lost like 4 videos. Anyways, that all said, so I'm going to catch you up to where like the videos that were lost. Let's see, we finished up this one on that video with the little card that we did in the video you're seeing today as I'm filming this. And then, I went ahead and sewed around this little tag for this tall, skinny pocket. And then I sewed around this little guy. And I think that kind of catches you up for most of it. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, what I'm going to continue on doing is I have to make this little card for this one, which we didn't get done the other day. And then I have this little tag already made for this one. And then I need to make, because I think these, because this one actually goes to here, but it's not done yet. Sorry guys, I'm a bit wheezy this morning, just allergies. The cats came and slept like right next to my face and they've been outside in the weeds. So yeah, that always bodes well, right? And I think I do need to make, because I think of this, if I'm kind of guesstimating right, that'll fit in. Oh, maybe we need to make it a little taller. How tall is this? Yeah, so maybe we need to make the tag like 8. So maybe we'll follow most of the design of this. And kind of figure that out. And then I have some other little tags. So then I was feeling like I didn't have like enough colors or enough papers. So I went over to Tina's shop and got her Victorian florals. I thought that would pair really nice with this whole kit. And then I got the floral, or the Victorian floral cards too. So, and I do that on occasion. Yeah, the graphic designers do send over kits and stuff that you request. I just, me and myself, if I want to work with more, then I go ahead and go over and buy them, because I just don't think that that's fair. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm being weird about it, but yeah, I just would like to, and I think this one might actually be the one for this. Sorry, my desk is such a mess. Which seems to be a common thing amongst us crafters, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. So anyhow, let's take this one and use it as our pattern. Only we'll remember not to take off as much at the top. So I usually do 2 book pages as my base. Of course, you probably don't have to, but I do. Again, always adapt whatever you're seeing with my stuff to fit you and like your needs. If you don't like them that thick, then maybe just do 1, you know, whichever, whatever, you know, these are just, jumping off places, you know, like this is what I do. Now adjust it to what you do, you know? And then also I've started a playlist right now. There's only like 2 or 3 videos on it. And there are pockets that I'm going to do. It's of other creators' pockets that I found along the way that I really like. I need to go back through like my history Because I have other ones saved. I don't know how many of you know this, but I have 2 YouTube channel like logins. So this one, and then one I had years ago that I can no longer remember the email or the password, hence the reason you see this channel. The other channel does not have any content. It was just my like private YouTube name. I don't even think it has a picture with it. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, there's that. Let's see, I want to make them taller too, right? I want to make them about 8. Yeah, so that said, I need to go back through there because I have like a lot of playlists of ones that, because I don't really, that one's on my really old iPad. And when I mean really old, it's like one of the first generations. iPad mini, I should say. That's what I use is iPad minis. I don't have like the actual iPads. So that, okay, so not even that that's important, but anyways, so I'm going to go back through that and, collect those, like rewatch them on my other channel. So that you can see kind of where I'm going. And then I'm going to make videos with those, only like my interpretation, if that makes sense. So that if you wanted to see like the original, like where I got the idea, you'll be able to do that. And then, yeah, I just think that will actually help you guys. And, you guys are probably going to hear a bunch of giggling. Grace's birthday was yesterday and she has little friends staying. Oh, that's like perfect. Like that's like right at 8 inches. So I'm just going to take just a skish off the top. Anyways, yeah, so there's be all kinds of little giggling and whatnot. I mean, they stayed in the camper last night and I mean, obviously I didn't sleep well either. I don't usually sleep well when there's like other people here because I'm that mom that like I don't nap, I don't do, I don't run errands while there's kids at my house, things like that. Like I don't know if that's normal, but I just don't. I never have. So I don't usually sleep until everybody else is asleep. So yeah, let's just say I haven't had any sleep yet. I won't say any, but I've had very little sleep because yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I kind of just, and maybe it's bizarre, but I just kind of feel like people entrusted me with their babies. And it wasn't actually, okay, so yeah, that's kind of just, people entrusted me with their babies, so I better keep an eye out, And I mean, I know all the moms, and they're beautiful women, and I know that they wouldn't really, like, obviously they don't want their kid harmed or anything, but yeah, they wouldn't expect me to stay up all night or anything. But all of that said, yeah, it was a glorious, glorious night listening to, because I mean, they're all like 16 and 17. There's only one that's 15. But they were learning to line dance in my camper, which, I mean, I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, don't dance too hard, guys, because you're going to knock it right off its stilts. Oh, it was so funny. And I don't know how they accomplished it, but they got the music really loud out in the camper. And those of you that know, Paul's over the road 5 days a week. And he gets home usually Saturdays. Sometimes he'll have to lay over. Like a couple weeks ago, he had to lay over. Or extend is what they actually call it. So yeah, I just kept thinking, oh my gosh, they're going to wake up Paul and they're going to put a hole in the bottom of the camper or they're going to knock it off its stilts. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. But the other side of that is that, oh my gosh, they have fun and they're good girls. Oh, it does fit. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it does. Perfect. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love this little kit too. And not that I ever have to have like an excuse. to buy new digis, but yeah, I'm always elated to go buy new digis. It's kind of an addiction. And I think digis work really well for me because I'm one of those that when I find a favorite, I will use it and use it and reuse it and use it again. And I just get frustrated with paper packs sometimes. Like, don't get me wrong, I have them. I mean, you've seen me use them. I have them, I'll use them. But my favorites, there's only like 2. And yeah, once you use it, it's gone, right? Yeah, so anyways, I think the fascination for me on digitals is that I literally can print as many, well, I mean, there is limitations, right? Most of them say 300 printings. Not that I would probably ever get that far, but oh, isn't that a beautiful kit? Again, guys, that's that Victorian florals. And it's, if you go into her shop, there's a selection. Maybe I should just show you. I hope that's not like copyrighted or a bad thing to do. Let me get to her shop, just so you can see what I do. Oh, and it signed me out, stupid thing. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay, so it'll take me a minute to get there because I've been a big fan of Shabbydabbydoodah for years. So she's like, when you start adding favorites, it like all your favorites go like people that you've been, I don't know if you would say following for a while. Okay, so here is Shabbydabbydooddah's Etsy store. Okay, so you see right here, I favorited it, right? Okay, so every time she puts out something new, the notification will come up. Okay, so then you can search just her thing and like the curator pack. You just type in curator, and it'll pull up everything she has in that that collection. And I hope that's not glaring on you because the light's bouncing right off the greenhouse. Okay, or if you go right here, it has a list. You can look at all of them. You can look at complete printable kits, fussy cuts, background pages, printable cards and tags, smaller kits and papers, words and phrases, and all printable items. I'm not sure which one that one is, but if you click the background, then like you could do her purple ones, and this is the one that I got right here, the 10 background pages, floral, Victorian florals, set 2, I guess there's a second set I didn't even notice. Okay, so that's how I do that. Excuse me, guys, dumb allergies. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm using. So it's super pretty kit. I don't know if that helps you like navigate Etsy at all, but it helped me when somebody showed me. So yeah. So you know what, I didn't even ask, how are you guys? Like, I think I've been forgetting that lately. And I'm feeling a little bit better about the world the last few days, I guess. Not that things have calmed down a whole lot, but I don't know. I think collective reasoning needs to return before we can even have actual like discussions about what can be done or what should be done. And I am going to sew around these, so I'm just going to glue stick it. Oh, and I think I showed you. Oh yeah, I'm healing up kinda, except for that one. Did I tell you guys about that one? That's a serrated knife. I was cutting some plastic the other day. It's like accordion plastic. It looks just like a cardboard box. Like a cardboard box, only it's plastic. Yeah, so I totally like botched my finger with it. Yeah, I think I did tell you all about that when we did my Happy Mails and shop shares, I think. on Friday. So yeah, they're all healing up pretty well except for that one. And it's because it's right at the bend, I think. I hope. My luck, I probably have some like weird, never seen before disease or something. And I didn't even look to see what time it was when I started recording. So we'll just, keep on trucking. Take a skosh off this side. Yep, I did it. Maybe I shouldn't craft on Sundays, huh? I tell ya. Should take that off too a little bit. Maybe. So it's happening again. I have so many like things to accomplish this month. My brain is going into like OCD mode again. And yeah, I've been able to focus like on anything like all week. Like as I'm cleaning, I'm freaking out, right? Because, I have 5 projects to make, plus we're doing a little something. I can't really say what it is. I've been alluding to it. But that one's due like in a couple weeks. So yeah, I am freaking out a little bit, not gonna lie. And I have no reason to freak out. It'll get done. It always does, right? And I really think the next project, the next one I'm doing is Crafty Cat. And I think you guys will really enjoy that one. And it's one that you can, super simple to make. It's not overly expensive. And I think it'll be a hit. Like, as a gift, like for Christmas. All right, now we are finally to the decorating stage. I really hope that you guys are crafting along with me and you didn't just watch this whole thing, like, boringly, Or I don't know, I guess maybe it wouldn't be boring if you really love this sort of thing. I mean, I hope that you love that kind of thing. I mean, it's okay if you just love me and my charming little self and you don't really, oh, I'm teasing. It's been one of those weeks, right? All right. Do we want... do we want to find all my crap I have in here? That'd probably be a good idea, right? There's some of these big florals. I like this one. I think I'm just going to go cut loosely in there and then tear around the edges. So yeah, I get anxious. I don't know if anybody else does. I get anxious with like when I have, and I still have all those ephemera folios to finish up, and that's kind of I think what I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and finish up this journal and finish up my ephemera folios. And then I hope to tomorrow do a video on everything that I'm loading on the shop side. Because I have paper packs ready. But I kind of wanted to do like one large listing because I don't know if anybody else is familiar with Etsy. It's kind of a pain to load stuff. Okay, that's too much. I'm going to need something behind there because I don't think just distressing it's going to give it enough oomph. Yeah, I have this. Oh, you know what else I need to record today and release today? I promised you a giveaway. I'm going to have to get that one, the drawing done, and get it posted today. I need to make the to-do lists. Okay, I like that, but we need something underneath it. I'm not exactly sure what. Nothing cream. We could do whites. Nothing's coming to me. Should we look in my little stash of like bits and bobs? Like little tiny stuff? Kind of hoping for something a little flatter. Oh, that green's kind of pretty. Yep, let's use that. Only I'm going to go ahead and cut off the the gathering. So it lays a little flatter. So I think I've asked or tried to ask and haven't successfully actually gotten it out once. How is everybody? Hope everybody is faring well in your neck of the world. Yep, that's what it needed. And then I'm going to put a word right there. Oh, and since I haven't touched my glue in a week, right, we're going to have a little bit of crusties in the glue. Oh, and with the new phone, I think I might have larger recording space as far as like how much you guys are able to see. Because when I was looking at my spacing and everything, it looked like I had more room. So, oh, come on. Not supposed to be going anywhere. There I go, getting quiet again. Okay, so yeah, some bumming news I got this week. My little nieces aren't going with us to Idaho. So, because I actually had planned to do like a couple of craft with me's with my nieces, I should say. But it doesn't look like they're gonna go. So it's, well, okay, so let me rephrase that. Okay, so two of my nieces, we're gonna go with my dad up. And then we have another one of our nieces was going to be bunking with us, and that niece is still going. She'll be with us. So yeah, that they'll be like, I was just thinking it was going to be like 4 or 5 girls, and we were just going to giggle and have fun and bring you along for the ride. But now it'll just be like 3 of us, and we'll giggle and take you along for the ride. Oh my gosh, I am such a mess. Where did I just see that stuff? Oh, and I just found my baby wipes have been open for a week. Nice. I need to clean and organize this room yet again. I need to finish. You know, I get like half of it done. And then obviously it's time for projects to start or restart, right? And then it never seems like I get it completely done. Oh, there it is. The reason I saw it over there is because I was looking right at it. I don't know. Should we go bold and maybe put some of this on there? This piece is really falling apart. Yeah, I think that one is almost past the point of redemption, huh? Maybe we might get a piece out of this one. Yeah, so I guess I'm gonna not mess with that. So today is Sunday here. So the video you're watching today, I forgot where I was going with it. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I think I kind of like it like bold like that. Okay. I don't even know if my Fabri-Tac is even still, because it's the stuff that I like water, or I won't say water down, but I use that acetone nail polish remover with it. And I don't know if it was the right thing to do. It seems a bit weird since I've done it. Uh-oh. So I guess we'll just see what we see, huh? I mean, it does thin it down, but I think it's just it's almost like a different kind of glue now, if that makes any sense. It seems a lot stringier, so maybe I didn't add enough. I don't know. I mean, that's entirely possible. No, I'm liking this little tag now that it's taken me like an hour to do it, right? But yeah, the Fabri-Tac doesn't seem to be working the same as it did before. So I don't know. Anybody have any tips about that whole thing? You should totally let me know. It's just different consistency and stuff now. I mean, it's still, like I said, it's still working, but it dries really fast now. All right, I love that. Looking good, looking good. See, we got the backing on. Okay, I am not going to punch that just yet. I'm going to sew around it and then do the punching and the metal eyelet. Okay, let's get this little guy done. Okay, this pocket has more like green tones. So I think I'm going to go like keep with that. See if there's in this little pack, if there's, ooh, look at that. Does that match? Maybe. Let's see what else is in this little pack. See, there's one with yellow roses, which would kind of match that back. Yep, that might be the one. Or there's like this solid one. That's the one. So yeah, I would definitely say if you're looking for a brilliant basic background pages to mix with some of your other ephemera, this one's definitely a good one. I like it a lot. All right, I think we'll finish this tag and then I will put you on pause, see how long the video is, do my sewing real quick. And then if there's, obviously I'll come back and show you it finished. Finished tags after they've been sewed. And I still don't have a decent sewing machine. My mom is actually working on, she's looking for the power cord to the one. If not, we'll have to order one out. which should still be okay. Plus, I did just actually hear that I didn't know we had a local sewing machine shop here, which is kind of cool, but I guess they're going out of business, so not cool. So tomorrow, a friend and I are going to go down because her daughter needs a little bit better sewing machine because this girl's like 16 and amazing at sewing. Like, it's one of her gifts. She's a great sewer. And she has that knack of, she can alter any pattern, like, quickly, like, to fit the size of, oh, gosh darn it, oh well. To fit pretty much any person. Like, I don't know, she's got this, beautiful and weird, way of just being able to figure all that out. I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep tearing that. It kind of bums me out that it did that, but it did it, or me. Yeah, she's just got this beautiful ability to just see it. And she whips through patterns really fast. So I told her mom last night, I was like, you know, if she wants more patterns, there's probably at least 50 that I will never use that are like newer age type patterns. She is more than welcome to them, and most of them have never been used. I have these really cute skirt patterns. Again, I probably never use. I don't know though, I would really love it if she came over and we kind of like crafted together. That would be really cool. I would enjoy that. They've been over before, obviously, when I do my anti-crafting day, but that's been a while. A long while. And I didn't get it done this year. I miss my girlies. There's a ton of giggling that happens with that whole thing. Oh, and we're finally getting word. All the state events for 4-H here have been canceled. Like the archery shoot. And I didn't hear whether the actual fair itself is closed. Like the actual event. But yeah. So that's a bummer for the kids. But I'm glad that they're actually starting to, like, actually give the kids a summer, if that makes any sense, because nothing's more annoying, right, than the whole hurry up and wait thing, right? I mean, adults don't deal with it well, and kids have, like, they're not dealing with it well, right? Well, I mean, some better than others. I think sometimes kids are dealing with this whole, like, lockdown stuff way better than the adults. Some of the adults I know, they did a whole lot less balking about it. But that said, I'm like, it just irritates me that our county's keeping all these kids, like, in suspense. It's like, we already know it's going to be canceled, because right now our area, I could get into the whole like travesty of what happens in our area, but well, maybe I should. I mean, not that anybody from that thing actually watches my YouTube channel, right? So basically, the whole years ago, probably like 20 years ago, I can't remember, we needed new fairgrounds, right? And they're pretty much, I mean, they're taxpayer funded, right? These venues, because then they obviously, at the times that it's not 4-H, then it can be used for like concerts and stuff like that, right? So our county wanted a new event center. So they basically used the 4-H kids and marketed it to the local people as, oh, let's do this for our 4-Hers. When you mention kids to anybody, right, everybody's on board. What they didn't say was that the kids were going to be treated like crap. The taxpayer money wasn't going to actually be used for the 4-Hers. You know, it's disgusting what happens with our place here. Like, oh, I could go into so much detail, but it's very frustrating. So, we don't have the amount of barns that the taxpayers have paid for because there were other county things that needed to be repaired first. Frustrating, right? It gets even better. So then this last year, they, because that levy, like, ran out, I don't know, like last summer or whatever. So in the meantime, I'm not kidding you guys, the 4-Hers are treated like crap from the people who run it. It's not the county, but the people that the county basically hires or lets be in there to like serve drinks and do all the cleaning, and like they literally treat the kids like crap. Like, it's disgusting. It makes me so mad. I'm like, are you kidding me? If it weren't for these kids, you would not have this facility. So anyways, I'm going to get off that tangent for a second because I could go on and on and on and on and on about it. I mean, those of you who have been with me for a while know that when you treat kids like garbage, I have an issue with it. So yeah, that said, then, so they got their tax increase. I guess it wasn't this last tax cycle. It was the tax cycle before, because, and I'm probably going to end up ruining this, but, so they got it, but then again, the barns weren't going to be built. The county had to get other stuff like paid for first. So then, FEMA, and then it turns out I don't like that. Anyways, FEMA came in, fine, so that if we had a massive COVID outbreak, they would have a central place. Well, in the meantime, they've rounded up all of our homeless in our area and taken them out to our like event center. Okay, fine, great, you're stopping the spread. Well, the county rented it out until January 2021. So the kids basically get screwed out of their fare. Sorry, that was abrupt language. Yeah, because they basically get a 30-day notice to vacate, right? Meanwhile, they've seen no one out there. They've tested no one. Okay, topics that make Dee Dee hot. Maybe we should stop talking about them, huh? Okay, so I do like that. Yeah, nonsense, right? I think it's nonsense. And like, first off, it's not really yours to do that. Like, you should have consulted the county before, like the 4-H foundation before you did that. Because there's one specific building out there that actually does not belong to anything other than the foundation. And it's being leased out. It's like, Again, I'm all for the protection of people, right? It just makes me hot. It's like, it wasn't yours to lease out. And of course, the lease money is not gonna, the foundation will never see any of that, right? So we'll lose all of our fare. Meanwhile, all the kids are losing their membership money for the year, right? Because there's no fare. There's been no clinics. As superintendents, we've been very limited on what we can teach our kids, and it all has to be approved, which I agree. I mean, there's some adults in the area that I would not want my kid learning anything from, but yeah, it's disgusting how they're treating these kids right now, and it's on a county level. It's not the foundation level. So it's not 4-H specific. It's I shouldn't say it out loud. Anyways, it's county specific. It's like the county thinks they own the buildings, and it's like, you don't actually, the taxpayers do. And when those taxpayers find out what you guys are doing, look out. Well, see, and here's the thing is, if they don't approve those levies, then nothing gets spent on the fairgrounds for the kids. Like, it all goes somewhere else. Yeah, I just, That's the kind of government corruption that I am so tired of. Oh, I did already back it. All right, perfect. So here I am ranting, and I have already backed it. Okay, so that's probably a really long video right now. And like I said, I really hope that you crafted along with me. And I promise I will be more of a delight next time we get together. And well, technically I'll be right back in your world, because I'll just go sew around it and put in the brads and then show you the finished product. Okay, guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. Bye. Okay, guys, I went ahead and finished that tag off. So, yep, it will slit in this one when we get it on the page. Okay, and then I finished off this little guy. And I think it matches beautifully down in there. Pulls some of the greens and yellows in. Okay, all right, guys, I will see you in the next video. I'm not sure. I think the next video is going to be the cover work. And yeah. All right, hope you are all doing well, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.